I'm finally doing a TBR jar picks my February reads video. It's my first time filming a TBR jar video, but I've seen them circling the internet. So I wrote out some prompts. Hopefully these help me pick some books that I wouldn't have picked otherwise. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, I'm Kirsten and I'm so happy you guys are here. But before we get into the video, I really wanted to show you guys, this is unrelated, but look at this romper I'm wearing. Hopefully you can see. This is the cloud romper from Popflex, and this video is not sponsored by them at all. I am just literally obsessed with this romper. It is literally the comfiest, coziest thing I've ever experienced. A little bit more on the pricey side, but it's worth it. This is my uniform now. I'll leave a link to it below if you guys are interested. With that being said, let's get into the video. So I've written a collection of prompts that I stole off the internet. A few of them I made up on my own. We're gonna pick 8 of them and create my February TBR. All right, prompt 1, mix them up. I can barely fit my hand in here. Okay, why am I sweating? I'm kind of nervous. Okay, an epic fantasy. I love how I'm currently reading the Throne of Glass series, and I'm not picking Kingdom of Ash because that's the next book I have in the series to read. And I didn't even put it on here because I'm reading that already for a video, and I'm hoping to finish it before February, but that would have been a perfect pick for this. Another rule that I have for this challenge is that I have to own the book, or I do have a few books coming in the mail, so I'll include those, but I can't include anything that I don't already own and haven't already purchased. A few options for an epic fantasy, I think. I could pick The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Wait, let's see. Maybe putting these books like this wasn't in my best interest. So we could pick In the Name of the Wind. This is an option. Oh my god. We could also pick The Priory of the Orange Tree. I feel like this one's epic. What qualifies as an epic fantasy? I don't know. I read a lot of SJM. So getting into other fantasy is honestly on my to-do list. So this was a good prompt for me to pick. I also have a book coming in the mail, but I don't know if it qualifies as epic because I think it's more of a romantasy read, but it's a new fantasy book that I'm really excited to read and share with you guys because I haven't seen it around a lot yet, and I feel like it's gonna go viral, but it hasn't yet, if that makes sense. One of my friends actually gifted me this book, and he has been wanting me to read it for honestly years at this point. So if he's watching this, he's probably screaming the screen for me to read this. This one literally says, a masterpiece, epic fantasy at its finest, as a little blurb on the cover. What do I do? Joke's on you guys. You clicked on a video of a girl making decisions who can't make decisions. If one of these ends in an even number of pages, then I'm gonna pick it. 804, that's even. Okay. All right, let's see what this one ends in. If they both end in even, like, what am I even gonna do? 661, The Priory of the Orange Tree. How do I feel about that? This one is a hardcover. I hate reading hardcovers. This one's paperback. This one is highly popular on TikTok. This one I haven't seen as much. This one feels more epic fantasy because it's not super hyped on TikTok. Don't know if that's actually true, but that's where my brain is at. Told myself this one does end in an even number, but really is that any part of this argument? You know what? Fine. I'm gonna put this on my TBR because I've been telling my friend that I'm gonna read it and I'm not trying to be a bad friend. Okay, now 10 years later, we're gonna go to prompt number 2. This is really nerve-wracking. Oh, it feels like my life is on the line. Okay. A book by one of your favorite authors. I don't know if I own any books by my favorite authors that I haven't read yet. Ooh, actually I do. Hanya Yanagihara to Paradise is an option. Yet this is another hardcover that I just really don't want to read. Stephen King. I haven't read any Stephen King, but I feel like he will be one of my favorite authors because he's everybody loves Stephen King. But I can't cheat. I don't really own any books by my favorite authors. This was a dumb prompt. Okay, I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna pick a different prompt. All right, number 2. I'm literally sweating and I feel like my life is on the line with these prompts. I don't know why, that's being dramatic. A book about witches. I do have one that I for sure know is about witches, I think. Just kidding, I'm actually not certain about anything in life. Is this about witches? Spell casting, okay. Okay, because this simply says spell casting in it, I'm gonna assume there are witches in this of some sort. And we'll put this on my TBR. This was a book of the month pick a couple months ago and I just haven't got around to it. But I've actually seen it talked about quite frequently recently on Bookstagram, so I'm actually excited to read this and I've been wanting an excuse to do it. An excuse to read it, not that I need an excuse, but it actually seems pretty short. It's only almost 300 pages compared to the massive fantasies I've been reading lately. That feels really short. So now we really need to get some paperbacks on here. A book with a pretty cover. Ooh, this one lets me pick a book with a pretty cover. Now I don't want to waste this, you know? I feel like The Bell Jar has a pretty cover. Ooh, I have two options for this actually. We have Happy Hour or The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I feel like I want to read this deeper into spring, so I think I'm gonna read The Bell Jar because this is supposed to be a sad girl book. Reading sad books is kind of something I like to do in winter because it's sad girl winter. So I think I'm gonna pick The Bell Jar, which I have been wanting to read for a long time. So I'm actually really excited that this is on my February TBR now. All right. Pick number 4. I'm actually liking how my TBR is shaping. A book your significant other picked. Ooh, so I have to ask my boyfriend to pick one for me. He's actually at the gym right now, so let's hold off on that one until he gets back. Number 5. I need some coffee for this. A book that has a place in the title. Is Babel a place? I don't know. I don't like this prompt. But I make the rules here, so we're skipping this prompt because I make the rules. Hope that we get something else. Okay, a book with a one-word title. We could do Rouge, Educated, Pachinko, Bunny, Babel, Night Crawling, Emma. We have a lot of options for this one. Oh, Ghost. Educated is a nonfiction, so I feel like I should add it to my TBR. Rouge is a newer release, but it feels more like a fall read to me. I don't know what to pick. I think I'm gonna pick Bunny because 1, I love this paperback version of it, and 2, it's pink. I feel like that'll be good for my Instagram aesthetic, and I've been wanting to read this for a while. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Bunny for a book with one word in the title. All right, so we have 4 more picks. Well, 3, not including the one my boyfriend should pick for me. A book you've had for a long time. Okay. I've had Hamnet for a long time. I've had Firefly Lane for a long time. I've had My Dark Vanessa for a while, honestly. Yeah, I've had this one for a long time. Maybe I want to do that one because I've been really thinking about it a lot lately every time I look at my bookshelf, and I've had it for a while, so maybe I'll do that one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do My Dark Vanessa for a book I've had for a long time. I actually got this from Thrift Books, and the cover's kind of sticky, not gonna lie, and gross, so I might get rid of the dust jacket. I feel like this one is going to destroy me though. Let's do 2 more. What do we got here? A nonfiction book, thank God. I actually already know what I want to read for this because I need to read this and I don't want to put it off anymore. Want to read Girls That Invest. Also, it's pink, so it works for February. And I really just want to read this and apply everything that I learn in it as I go. So this might take me the whole month of February to get through and just read a little bit each day or every other day and apply everything that I learn as much as I can because I don't just want to quickly read it all and then not use any of the information in here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, book number 7. What's it gonna be? I also have Shuggy Bane coming in the mail. I have How to Do the Work, and I have The Glass Castle coming in the mail, as well as that fantasy one I talked about. I need to stop buying books. An author you've never read. Ooh, okay. Yes. Ooh, okay, wait. I either want to do this or the fantasy that I have coming in the mail. I'll put it on the screen right here so you guys can see what it is. But I haven't read Stephen King either. What am I more likely to actually follow through with? Honestly, I'm really going to want to read that fantasy as soon as I get it. I know I am, so I'm going to choose that one. I'll put it on the screen right now. I do really want to read Billy Summers though. Anyway. So that fantasy will be for an author I've never read because I'd never even heard of this author until I saw another Bookstagrammer do an interview with her. Guys, my camera died and it cut off right before I picked my last 2 books. So we're gonna rapid fire all the books that are on my February TBR and the prompts that they go with. So first up we have Name of the Wind for an epic fantasy. And then we picked Wayward for a book about witches. And then My Dark Vanessa was for a book that I've had for a while. And then Girls That Invest was for a nonfiction book. Happy Hour was for a book with pink on the cover. And then I did end up picking Billy Summers because I got the prompt, a book over 500 pages, which my camera cut out so you guys didn't see that. But this book is actually 514 pages. And then The Bell Jar for a book with a pretty cover. And then Bunny for a book with a one-word title. And then last but not least, I also picked the fantasy that I keep blanking on the name of right now. It's like something the moon, has moon in the title, but I picked that one for, what was the prompt? Girl, what was the prompt? Oh, I think it was a book by an author you haven't read. An author you've never read. Okay, so it's this book that I'm putting up here on the screen. But anyway, this was such a fun video to make. These are the books that I'm gonna be reading in February or trying to get to in February. And I would love to hear what you guys are reading in February, or if you guys have any preference of like which book you think I should read first. I would love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a fun time filming it and I hope you guys guys enjoyed watching it. Let me know if you guys like this style of video because I'd be willing to film more of them, or if you hate it, then I won't film them anymore. But with that being said, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!